In a world where quality business information is needed, we bring you On the Mic with Mike, the leading social enterprise business show in RVA. Join Mike King, the partnership guru, as he delivers game changers in Metro RVA. On the Mic with Mike showcases how business can help make society better. He discusses tech, culture, innovation, best business practices, and highlighting area nonprofits. Join Mike Monday through Friday, because it is the place where the best and brightest come to chat. Mike King Biz.
Mike King Biz here, host of On the Mic with Mike, Richmond's premier business radio program. We're heard as part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network, which is ESPN Richmond 106.1 daily from 5 to 7 a.m. The Choice 105.3 every day from 2 to 3 p.m., as well as International Business Growth Radio. That is Saturdays 10 a.m. Eastern. That's where you find us. That's where the game changers come to talk. On the Mic with Mike, Mike King Biz Radio is the premier business radio program in Central Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike, the premier business radio program in the area. Robert, On the Mic with Mike, we'd like to thank you for tuning in. So On the Mic with Mike, we highlight partnerships, people, social enterprise. We also touch on topics of the day. The sound you're listening to is coming from the ESPN studio, which is the global epicenter of social enterprise business, otherwise known as the Mike King Biz Studio. We'd like to thank our show sponsors who are out there today. You know what time it is. It is Chamber Wednesday. I got El Presidente in the house. Danielle Fitzhugh, you're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. You've changed up your intro music. I like it. One of the best rappers of all time.
That's right. You show some love to Eminem. You know, and I wonder how come I don't get played really on and I get knocked off of Facebook. This is clearly for radio, ladies and gentlemen, because some of the times, you know, some of my music selections, I learned it the hard way.
Right.
I learned it with the playing of Bruce Springsteen with the streets of Philadelphia, and could not understand why I wasn't hearing it on Facebook anymore.
You know, so one of my first Chesterfield Chamber, public, talks when I first came on board 5 years ago was an introduction to the Chesterfield Chamber president. And so I had them play intro, a couple of intro music songs. And one of them was something Lil Wayne, you know, and one of
the chamber president's coming out to Lil Wayne.
Right. And I had somebody come up to me, but this is what she said. I just knew when you had Lil Wayne as your play music that we were going to be good. So you just don't ever know.
When you come out, and so we saw your, okay, so this is Danielle Fitzhugh, Chesterfield Chamber president, also one of the women speaking sports. And we got to talk about your walk-up
music. My walk-up music,
yes.
Blow the Whistle.
Blow the Whistle.
Isn't that a perfect for the referee?
Yes, it is.
I mean, it is a too short song, so you can only listen to
the
chorus.
Exactly,
the chorus,
because we might get into dangerous territory.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, so Blow the Whistle, when I didn't see it, I didn't know what you guys were doing. And when I saw it, people love it. All right, so here, this is Chamber Wednesday.
But Star had DMX, so she doubled down on me. I had Too Short, but she had DMX.
And Lisa Trani.
And she was Kanye. She was Kanye. She was Kanye.
And Dr. Danny was coming. I'm coming out. She went old school.
Yeah, she did.
All righty, so Mike is here. Danielle is here. Chesterfield Chamber. All right, let's start off with the elevator pitch. Who are you and what do you do?
Gosh, I'm the Chesterfield Chamber president. We represent nearly 600 businesses in the Chesterfield region. And so if your business is in Chesterfield or your business would like to do business in Chesterfield with other businesses or with Chesterfield people, then the Chesterfield Chamber is the place to be. No one does it better.
Nobody does it better. It is the ultimate place of connection. So the chamber, you guys, and I've been around chambers for a long time, you guys definitely operate at a different level of speed and interaction.
Oh, we're on 10. Our members, right? Why wouldn't you be? That's what the members deserve, right? We're on 10 just for them.
Because the members are on 10 with you. It's not like you guys are operating out there and the members are looking at you guys saying,
let's go.
Yeah, the members are out there. That's your sales force.
That's
for
right.
Sure.
That's
They're
right.
your master recruiters.
Our chamber has a brand promise. And our brand promise is we are a committed group of professionals to your success. And it's not just our chamber team, it is our chamber members. So you come into our organization and you have a whole organization that is wrapping their arms around you, committed to your success.
That's right. And so you guys have a lot of great things going on at the chamber.
We do.
But it's not just now. It's all the time. And there's something there for everyone. Like I said, a lot of times people think of chambers of commerce old and stuffy. Not the Chesterfield Chamber.
That's right. So, we have a little bit for everyone. And I say that because you could spend your whole marketing, outreach, involvement, community building time with the chamber. But there are other things you need to do. I don't know what they are, but
you don't know.
I'm not bothered with them, but there are other things you can do. But our chamber has a variety of platforms for businesses to grow their network and their net worth. And so we target small businesses to large. We have community building programs. We have education programs. We have business building programs. And it just depends on how you want to fit in and play.
But you are not letting people just stand on the sidelines and pay the membership and just get away that the chamber did not work for them.
No.
You are going to let them know the power of the chamber.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, a perfect example is I had a call that was set up with me this morning with a payroll company who really wanted to talk to me about a partnership, but they've been a member about a year, and I really wanted to talk to them about what they've done to be engaged. And so they've come to some lunches, which our lunches are no joke. It's a party. It's
a good time.
Party with a purpose on the second Wednesday of every month with 150 of your best friends. So there is an opportunity there for you to make connections. But again, that's what they've been coming to. What I want to know is, are they coming in for just a plan, or are they coming in for a lunch and a speaker? So you can go get a lunch anywhere, you can go hear a speaker anywhere, but you need to come to our things with a plan. So one of the things I talked to them about was coming in early. Don't just show up at the exact time the program's going to start. Coming in early, take a look of the layout of who's going to be there. The name tags are there on the table for everyone to see who's going to be there that you might like to meet, that, by the way, you might not have been able to get them to pick up the phone and take, but they're going to be there in person. So so I'm always, they talk about me in the office, Danielle's going to turn the conversation around on you. I want to know, are you making a plan? Have you come in and picked up 2 or 3 people that you know are there, have registered, and asked one of our ambassadors to help you get an introduction? And then in addition to that, you get 7 or 8 people at your table that you're going to have some time to network and build a relationship and set up a longer one-on-one with. So in that one lunch at that one moment during the month, you should have easily 10 connections to follow up with to determine, are they a potential partnership? Are they a potential opportunity? But that's one thing we do. I could give you 6 others this month.
And that's for sure. So now the other one that you had just touched on, and I'm sure you got other stuff to talk about, but see, this is my show. And that's the cool part about it is the ambassadors. Okay, I joined the chamber. It seemed like in 6 minutes, YB's on the phone talking to me.
Yeah, within 2 weeks, your ambassador has followed up with you, hopefully set up a time to do a one-on-one. And because they're a member like you, they can talk to you from their experience of what ways might be the most beneficial for you to get in front of an opportunity.
So it's not Danielle or Iris talking about Jonathan talking about the chamber.
That's right.
This is a chamber member.
That's right.
Saying this is the way to go about this.
This is how I did it. This worked for me. It might work for you too. Or this is how one of my other ambassadors that I'm helping, that's how they did it, and it might work for you.
One of my Danielle is here. And how do people find the Chesterfield Chamber out there?
ChesterfieldChamber.com. We are Chesterfield Chamber VA on most social media.
Is there another? Well, I mean, there's a Chesterfield, but we ain't talking about that.
I did just have somebody apply to be a member from Missouri, and I had to email them and say, sorry, I don't think you meant us.
No, but I mean, hey, you can join if you want.
If you want.
Your reach is far and wide.
That's right. That's right. And
because you don't have to live in Chesterfield. You
don't have to work in Chesterfield. You don't have to have a business here.
Business.
If we have a customer base for you, Chesterfield Chamber is where you do it at. And we build, and one of the things, and Mike, you might have some stuff, but it's my Chamber Wednesday. And what we're doing now is we are looking
hold on a
at,
second. Wait,
we're going to something, we got a commercial?
Yeah, no, hold on. You got some news, right?
I got some news.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, our cast of thousands just broke out in applause for Danielle. Okay, what's the breaking news?
So we just graduated our leadership Chesterfield class. in July. And so what that means is we're recruiting for a new class. And what's Leadership Chesterfield? So we talk about community building, we talk about capacity building. This is an introduction to the community so you can go out and serve. We're building our own leaders for the future.
And, you know, and everyone has, so I'm clearly biased, you know, I'm with Leadership York, the class of 2000. But you know what that did? Before that, I was just Mike knocking on doors, talking to people. When I finished Leadership York, I became part of that crew, part of that family. And doors opened up because now you're old. That's who you are.
That's right.
So, but it also taught you boardsmanship. It teaches you the community aspect of it. And you guys really have some rock star members who come through that, and now they're ready to take on positions on boards.
That's right.
And do all those things.
That's right. Servant leadership is what I hope my legacy is. And we want to build additional leaders so that we have so many wonderful things that are happening in our communities. We have over 40 nonprofits that are members of the chamber. And so we bring them to the table and they submit projects that our leadership class work on. So we're helping each other, again, brand promise. We're helping build each other up. And you know, that program will kick off in October. We're taking applications through September. So you can find more information at chesterfieldchamber.com under leadership.
Under leadership, okay. Let me go through the connections group. What exactly is the connections group?
So connection groups is our in-house referral groups, and we have 6 of them. We even have a virtual one. So let's say you are in another market, but you need to do business here in our market. Maybe one of our virtual connection groups is the right fit for you. There's not an additional cost. So once you are at our connected level of membership, which is 90% of our members, then you have access to our connections groups. And they're, you know, they're not quite as rigid as some of the other networking groups that are around the region. So they meet bi-monthly. They have referrals, they do an education and a business spotlight. So
one of my Danielle Fitzhugh, Chesterfield Chamber is here with us. Already, the government affairs.
Yes, we've been busy.
You've been busy. Okay, what's happening? All right, so we can go back a little bit. I remember you do something with the county, correct?
I do. I serve a very unique role as I serve as the Bermuda District representative on the EDA, Economic Development Authority.
Okay, so a while back you were here and you talked about get out and get involved, and you talked about the county setting aside land.
Correct.
Setting aside land. And then we hear that Lego's coming.
Yeah, so let's go back. I mean,
and you had told people that the county was intentional setting that aside.
That's right. That's right.
And now what you hear from the Lego folks is that was something that was very important.
If that land had not been zoned the way that it was zoned already and had not already been developed, Chesterfield would not have Lego. In fact, that's the only manufacturing facility in the country will be in Chesterfield.
What would it take for an EDA or a county to look at something like that for a possibility of something happening years down the road?
I think that's what you will see at Upper Magnolia West.
That was the conversation we were having.
That's right. That's right. So that's the 2,000 acres that was getting rezoned. So it's it's the long game. Right. So there might not be any activity there's so few opportunities for that type of land throughout the Commonwealth. So it's not just a Chesterfield project, it's a regional project, it's a statewide project, because here's the win. We want them in Chesterfield. Yes. We can't get them in Chesterfield, we want them in the region. Yes. We can't get them in the region, we want them in the state. Yes. So just the fact that we have Lego, like we got Amazon, and Amazon came in 4,000 jobs and they're now well over 2,000 jobs. But that wasn't the potential when they came in. It was just they'll have 1,000 employees. And now in just the Chesterfield location, we won't even talk about the Dinwiddie location. So, just the fact that we have those are jobs that your neighbors are going to take. Your neighbors are going to have well-paying jobs. And then they'll be able to go back and give in the community, volunteer in the community, and buy and spend those dollars in the community.
So what happens is somebody has to have the foresight to look at that years down the road.
That's right.
That makes it empty 20 years.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden people are arguing. I don't want this in my neighborhood. I don't want this in my backyard because
Please
it's not going to help me today.
Call me if you didn't want Lego. Like, call my office if you did not want Lego. I want to know
who doesn't want. All right,
who doesn't want Lego.
So speaking of Lego, and yes, I'm going to speak on Lego because I'm blowing my own horn. So I just got to give a shout out to the Chesterfield Chamber. The Chesterfield Chamber has kind of put me on the map.
Well, that's what we do.
Yeah, that's what you help people blow up. I say I help people blow up, but you guys help me blow up.
That's what
when you had me as I'm interviewing political candidates, I asked you, were all the real media people busy? And you said you're one of us.
So here's what I'll say. It's not a give and take. It is a give.
Oh.
So it is not a give and take, because if you have a give and take, guess what? Somebody's always on the taking end.
And you say when you get conference calls, a lot of times it's on the.
It's on the. I don't know about you, but I just like the take. I dislike the take. I feel it in my soul when I'm getting taken. Is that because you're from
Savannah? Is that possibly?
So I like the give. So.
See, you may be a little cynical. I'm from Philly. I got a reason to be cynical. I mean, that's what we are. Cynical, petty. That's us. We are the champions of that. Maybe because our sports team, we take a beating, but we love our people.
Yeah. So I love the give. If you working hard for me, guess what? I am doubling down and working hard for you.
Alrighty. So I had an idea. So Lego's coming to Chesterfield. Chris Winslow came in here. We talked. And I looked at that and said $1 billion deal, and that's $1 billion with a B.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought about, wow, people
because not everybody got $1 billion.
Everybody got $1 billion. That's with a B. So all of a sudden I looked at that and said, I wonder how they did it. And so what we do is we put something together. So Mike King, Danielle, and the Chesterfield Chamber, we're doing an anatomy of $1 billion deal. It's the Lego deal.
Correct.
And we'd like to thank their good friends over at the Capitol Ale House for sponsoring this idea. So it is going to be on August the 17th.
August the 17th, lunchtime at the DoubleTree. We're going to give you lunch. Got to register. So Mike's going to do his thing. He's had some table talk conversations in the past. We're going to put him on the stage and we're going to give him an audience. So we'll have the panel of who's who.
You got a who's who?
We do. We're going to have Chris Winslow as chair of the Board of Supervisors. We're going to have Matt McLaren of Chesterfield Economic Development, who's a project manager for them. We're also going to have Jennifer Wakefield with Greater Richmond Partnership, and we're going to have somebody from BDP there as well. So all the who's are going to be there. We're going to watch Mike do his thing and get the inside baseball, right? Because not everything is what you read.
It's not everything is what you read. And the people who are at the table, that's who's going to tell us what's happening.
Well, and we've been doing a State of Community series for about a year now, and this really will deconstruct how you look at economic development on the back end. It's the inside baseball of it.
Man, that's right. On the mic, the El Presidente is in the house. Let's drop in nuggets of knowledge. All right, let's we talked about that. Let's talk about women speaking sports.
Oh, women
there you go. Sports. Women speaking sports, RVA, Danielle Fitz. All right, so we got it.
So I should say it. Football starts in 12 weeks. Let me just say it for my ladies, because they're all get it out there. So, I am excited. I now have gone back to having season tickets to UVA. I had to give them up for a while. And
you say you can tell the real fans they stick and stay to the end.
Look, regardless. There are 52 weeks of baseball for football for the real fans. I'm like, it's over, the Super Bowl.
But you will sit at a UVA game to the very end.
Yes.
Okay, you're one of those folks.
We're there. I'm excited to see what the new coach is going to do. He's got a new team. They lost some starters, but that's okay. I'm excited. A fan is a fan.
All right, so every Wednesday.
No fair weather fans.
No fair weather fans. So we're down at the Hilton every Wednesday night from 5 to 7. Women Speaking Sports is there from 6 to 7. The team that you have down there, Danielle Fitz, you are the referee.
I'm the referee.
And the walkout music was Blow the Whistle. There you go. So when she walks out, Blow the Whistle's playing.
Yeah, I think we need like a sound clip for Blow the Whistle.
Yes, that is true. I tried to get one too, but people were kind of hating on me. One, I'm the man, but that was mine. My wife looked at me.
Isn't there a song?
Yes, I'm the man, I'm the man. And you know what? When I walk around, the other one is the champ is here. Now that's one. Okay. So Steph B. Steph B is the Brooklyn Betty with the business breakdown.
Oh my gosh. So I think one of the things that makes this show work so well is the chemistry among all of us ladies. And we didn't know each other.
You guys didn't?
We didn't know any of us existed in our
I
own
did
outside
that
our
because I'm
worlds.
like, people are like, how come you don't talk sports? Like, why should I talk sports? You idiot. You're on ESPN. Oh, okay. So let me find some people to talk sports. 6 women. I said, maybe that number, because I don't want to sit there and talk. Maybe if I get 1 or 2 people, nobody will show up.
That's right.
You guys show up because it's a party at the Hilton. Alrighty, so we have, well, Steph B with her, it's about the money.
It's about the money.
No
And
matter
Dr.
what-
Danny too.
Dr. Danny, yeah, she's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Whatever the problem is, it's about the money.
Hold on. Let me just say, I was at Norfolk's Neptune Beach this past weekend. And in one of their pavilions on the beach, a group was setting up for a cookout. So it was a Pittsburgh Steelers cookout. They were 50, 60 people deep. And I'm like, there's 12 weeks for football. What in the...
I'm from Philly. Now, Pittsburgh, they their people roll strong and they roll deep. I know, much love for them. All right, Lisa Traney, she is our PR branding expert. She's a Cowboy fan.
She is a Cowboy
But she's a
fan.
lovable Cowboy. And she's too nice.
Yeah.
I've never met a Cowboy fan that I liked. I never have.
But then
she's-
there's Lisa.
There's
You
Lisa.
never met a Cowboy fan that you like, and then there's Lisa.
And then there's Lisa.
You
all
gotta
right?
love her.
I do, because she brings a perspective to it. Daughter plays, coaches at D1.
Yes.
There you go.
yes.
Alrighty. And you guys are sort of the local college level, high school level folks.
Yeah, so I do the youth sports. I'm looking out for the babies. I'm looking at the NILs. I'm looking out for, the AAUs and the travel baseball, AAU basketball, the rec leagues. I'm looking at it from the, are we putting everything in, and how that has changed and transitioned over the
And now we have Star Mallory. She's a point guard, 24 years old. She's just commanding the room.
She does a fantastic job.
She
I'm
does.
so impressed
She's
with
the
Star.
moderator.
Yeah. She's
But she's a
awesome job.
Pittsburgh Steelers fan and crazy Joe Burrow fan.
Oh my God.
Crazy Joe Burrow fan. And she's like, ooh, like he's cute too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
she's
not-
at his bedside
Yeah,
as he's
I know.
recovering from his
Yes, yes.
appendix surgery
That
procedure.
is true. So that's Women Speaking Sports GM every Friday, 6 a.m. here on ESPN Richmond, Mike King's Radio, which is one of Mike RVA.
Oh, I have an invitation.
Okay, there
Can
we
I get an
go.
invitation?
Hold on a second. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh, not that. My wife told me never use that.
I'm
Don't
dropping
use
the bomb.
She's dropping a bomb. Like, don't use that one. Okay, what's the invitation?
So on August 18th, we are doing a chamber night out, kind of your after hours business exchange. And we're doing it at
Bryan and Stratton.
Bryan and Stratton.
I'm there.
Yeah, on Hull Street. So
Okay.
we're doing it at their location. They throw an amazing party. Fabulous food, fabulous drinks. There has been music in the past. I don't know what their plans are, but if you know Bryan and Stratton, you know they throw an amazing event. And it's gonna be the 18th from 5 to 7. So I invite anyone there.
That's
You
right.
gotta register. If you need a ticket because you're a non-member, email us and let us know.
You got. Oh, you
And
got. You know.
You know, I'll let you in. Just say,
Okay.
hey,
I know
Danielle was
Danielle.
on the Mike King show. She
Yeah.
said I could get a ticket.
And but my name goes far and wide.
That's right. That's right.
They shouted me out in Japan. I know.
I can't do nothing
I know,
with you.
I know,
Mike.
I've gotten carried away. But the one thing that Bryan and Stratton has now, they open the eSports lab.
Yes,
Oh man, it is nice there.
yes.
So I think that's we're gonna have it over there. So all right, Danielle has to go. Like I always say, we gotta go. Make sure you check out our sponsors and advertisers because the microphone ain't free. Plus my grandkids do need stuff. So make sure you buy and support them. We're here every day, 5 to 7 a.m. We're on the choice every day from 2 to 3. Danielle's here with the Chesterfield Chamber. And we got royalty rock stars in the house. So we got Oxes in the house and his family. So I said, man, I saw you were trying to tell the girls that you don't understand what type of radio show this is. This is a madhouse. We got Deion Fox in the house as well. We're going to talk to them about some great things that they got going on here in the Chesterfield world. So on the Mike, the best business radio program around.
Thanks so much.
How can people find you one last time?
ChesterfieldChamber.com or Chesterfield Chamber VA on social media.
There you go. All righty. On the Mike with Mike. We'll talk to you soon.